So this thing will produce 2 kilograms of coffee beans a year, and it will make the world's most expensive coffee. It's a weird looking cat. And we have just checked out. We're meeting up with our tour guide, Panca, and he's going to show us around. He's with Bali Customized Tours, and we only briefly met him at the airport, but he seems like an awesome guy. His English is like phenomenal. He works at a hotel, so he's obviously learned while dealing with really high-end clients, and he's just honestly so nice. Like, you can't get over it. And so yeah, it'll be awesome to have him show us around Bali, from everything from like the scenic sights to the beautiful culture here, and yeah, really excited. And then after that, around 2 p.m., 2:30 p.m., we're gonna check into our hotel, and we've been invited to stay at the Sandat glamping tents, which I'm just so excited about. They are actually just so beautiful.
Hey, how are you? We stop at the coffee plantation. Yeah.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
And then shower.
We've just arrived at where we'll be watching a traditional Balinese dance. So it's now Act 2 of 5, and I don't know how much more I can handle of this. Like, I've never really been one to like dances or plays so much, so it wasn't really made for me, but I definitely feel like this is a huge tourist trap. It's not part of our tour guide's tour. He just drives us around and basically asks us where we want to go. He mentioned there was a dance, and we're like, yeah, we'll check it out. But I definitely think that was the wrong decision. It's like $9, and it's yeah, it's basically just a giant tourist trap. That's the end of that. It was about 45 minutes, maybe an hour, probably 45 minutes. Felt like 2 hours. It was kind of brutal. They're making like a cloth for a dinner table, or is it a...
Can be dinner table, can be clothes, can be painting.
Silk?
No, cotton. Cotton. Oh, okay.
So how do you...
Only cotton. Okay.
So the little beads are silver and the string is copper?
Yeah, we put together and then we burn the melted.
And where does it come from?
From Borneo. Borneo there.
So we're here at a little village where they actually do a lot of refining of silver. So the silver isn't actually mined here, but it's sent in here to be turned into beautiful jewelry, and it's fairly cheap. So Laura just bought these 2 gold and silver bracelets for $30 each. So it's really hard to tell if you got a good deal or not, because they make it sound like you do, but you never really know how much margin they're actually making on it. But they're really beautiful, and they're real silver. So it says 3 men, 2 women, and 5 in total?
5 in total.
Oh, interesting.
So the name of the family is one. And we are entering the house. There will be always a block of walls, small walls, to block the spirit.
Block the spirit.
In Bali, they believe that the spirit is walking towards them, so they will split the power into 2, so it will make them weak and cannot hit the...
Before anyone can eat their meals, they have to put aside offerings. So this here is a bit of rice, a little cracker, and some flowers just put to respect the gods. And Panca was saying that every traditional Balinese home will have a wall after the entrance to stop bad spirits from coming in. So this is really cool, just seeing how the traditional Balinese live. Panca just told us that this is a traditional home that would be just one family. So maybe a couple, their father, their mother, and a few kids. And every single home in traditional Bali had their own temple. Okay, so this is a middle class home, and they've got multiple buildings that just kind of sprawl across this little area. It's cool.
So this is a family temple. Family temple. Every day, the family here, because we still in Bali, we still be able to communicate with the aftermath. Okay. Yeah. So and then they will sit down here praying. Anything, if something bad luck happen in a family, they will always pray here. Okay. Yeah?
And they pray at 6 in the morning, 12, and then 6 p.m.
6 p.m.
So every 6 hours. Yeah. So every home has a living quarters, a place to keep the livestock. So they'll usually have a pig, because once you're done eating, you can give the pig pretty much anything. So it's easy to keep them well fed. This is the kitchen.
You can have a look. Yeah, yeah. They're using these three. Yeah, they also have 3 holes. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, everything, and this is one mouth here.
So they put the wood under there to
put
heat
the
up.
wood here. Normally they boil the rice in the middle.
Yeah.
And or some vegetables here, and on the right they have for pig. Yeah.
Pig,
So
okay.
they cook here. They will put it here or somewhere here.
Yeah.
And then children come back from school or whatever, they just run up to here.
So you don't eat together.
You don't eat together.
Okay. Interesting, yeah. And would this be clay?
Yes, clay. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is aloe vera.
Yeah. So they grow their own herbs.
Yeah.
So this sounds.
If you don't have, appetite, yeah, this tree is called sambung. Yeah. Sambung. If you don't have, I don't want to eat or something wrong in our body, then we will make it with the water. We press squeeze like a juice, and then we drink.
Oh, it makes you hungry?
Yeah. To cooking. Yeah. And then sometime in traditional for ironing, we use the coconut. For the fire.
So this is the back, and this is where they keep all the animals. So they've got ducks. Oh yeah, they have a pig. There's a big oinker. Hey buddy. Pancha was saying that it's an extremely social society here in Bali, or at least traditionally it was. And even though this is one house unit shared by one family, there'd be other units, just outside, and actually everyone worked together, whether it be sharing food or attending each other's ceremonies and celebrations and funerals. So he gave the example of funerals where if someone passes away, everyone makes it a thing to do to attend, and they'd bring like a kilogram of rice, a coconut, they'd maybe give it $1 US as like a condolence. So it's very, very communal. Bali has 3 main gods. There's the god of creation, the god of protection, and the god of destruction. And so we're going now to see one of the temples. I'm actually not sure which god this is for, but this is a local temple, different from the in-house temples. So this here is a traditional Balinese gate, and you see it a lot actually. It's really cool looking. It almost seems like an entrance to paradise. So here are the rules before entering. One of them is please stay away during your period. Alright, so that the Balinese gate behind you is female power, and then once you look at this you'll understand why, because this is male power.
It's a symbol to tie our mind, so only one. No business, no job, no holiday, only God.
So we're inside the inner court, which is the most inside of the temple, and it's really cool. You can actually see the roof structure. It's just basically straw that's piled really thickly, like it's like 2 feet of straw to make up the roofs, and obviously it just keeps the water out. And so are they scared of this god, or do they praise this god? Yeah. And so they believe this turtle here causes earthquakes.
He's becoming the foundation of the earth.
Yeah.
And then he's tied by 2 dragons.
Oh, I see. And so they scream life when there's an earthquake to try to calm him?
Yeah, to calm them, and then to make sure that people in the earth is still alive. So you must keep all that balance all the time.
Interesting. And we are now heading on to the next thing. The next stop is the cat coffee. And so I'll tell you more about it later, but basically the most expensive coffee in the world comes from Bali, and it's made by cats. So our next stop here is traditional Balinese paintings, and they're extremely detailed, all painted by hand here. And one really cool thing to do that I would probably do one day when I have money and a house is like come back to Bali or somewhere in Asia and just buy lots of furniture. You can get really good rates and get extremely cool, artistic, and well-made furniture and paintings. So we're heading to the cat coffee place, and what's so special about the cats is they actually will scout out the best coffee beans and they'll digest them, and before it's fully broken down, I guess the cat either passes it up somehow, and then the coffee beans are collected after they've been through the cat. And so obviously the digestive system has some way of making the coffee beans have a unique taste, but it's also the fact that they pick out the best beans.
Wait, that's
and
not
so
a cat.
That's the animal.
this is
Wait, is this a cat?
looks more like a raccoon to me.
Wait, is that supposed to be a cat?
Or a possum.
No, it's not cat. It's like mongoose.
Oh, so this thing will produce 2 kilograms of coffee beans a year, and it will make the world's most expensive coffee. It's a weird looking cat.
It was like something cute.
I thought it was gonna be like an actual house cat. So here is the excrement of our cat, and this is what we'll be drinking later. It looks like an O. Henry.
Yes,
It's got little beans and.
This is a food.
Oh, hello. Will they bite you?
No.
Seems
So
friendly.
curious.
Hi.
Hey there.
You're a weird looking cat, man.
It's more like a raccoon than a
I don't
cat.
think I'm gonna let you into my
I told
house.
us it was-
So these ones are just to show the guests what the cats actually look like, or so-called cats. And the wild ones are the ones that actually produce the coffee beans for the expensive cat poo coffee. And they live in the plantation way back there somewhere. And so every day, the farmers will actually go around the forest ground looking for any cat poo, and they'll collect the beans from there. And that's the ones that are used in the coffee. Yeah, they're kind of like a possum or a
Like
ferret.
yeah.
Ferret? A big ferret? Yeah, I've really never seen anything like it. So here is stage 1 of the beans. Well, actually stage 2. I guess they cleaned off most of the poo. And then they cleaned it up even further. And that is the bean that will be used in our coffee today. Coffee bean?
Yeah, coffee bean after roasted there. Yeah, this is the process. Next process is to pound them here.
Oh.
Pound them here.
Yeah.
And then after that we put all the pounds, they put it here. And then we shake it like this.
Shake out to get the finest
Yeah,
powder.
get the finest powder.
Ah.
Yeah, the
So
finest powder. And this is ready.
they roast the beans.
Yeah.
They bring it over to the mortar, smash it up, and then shake it off to get the best powder. Cool. Welcome to the Cat Shit Cafe. How may I help you? This looks good.
Oh my god.
Fantastic.
So now you're gonna order. Let's start it from the yellow one, tamarind and saffron tea. Then the
Saffron
second one,
tea.
mangosteen tea.
Okay.
Then order, and then finish at vanilla coffee.
Amazing. Thank you so much. So
That's
we've
exactly
got
it.
all these different kinds
Would
of
you like to
coffees
try
and teas to try out. So we just ordered a luwak coffee, which is the coffee bean that passes through the digestive system of the Asian civet, which is the so-called cat. I wouldn't really call it a cat. Yeah.
Call the cat.
I've even heard of this in Vancouver. Back in Canada, people talked about cat poo coffee, but I never thought I'd be able to try it like this. This is cool.
Top, then put the powder. Done.
So, how does that work? You release the pressure and then it re-drains back through? Yeah, it just
Just
comes-
in the bottom is what's drain, but the subtle will stay in on the top.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And firstly, you have to test it in without sugar.
Without sugar,
Yeah, without sugar.
Coconut aja, Pak.
Coconut.
Ya, apa namanya kok coconut? Coklat,
Oh.
coklat.
Coklat,
Hot
gitu.
coklat.
Time to taste the digestive system of an Asian civet. Oh, it's really good. I like it. It's not like super dark. It's kind of a lighter coffee. It's really good. You said you liked the ginseng tea?
I like ginseng. I like. You can have it because I have ordered the coconut.
So that's chocolate spice. It's interesting.
That's delicious.
Yeah, they're actually all so good.
I love tea. and
Coconut
always
coffee,
drink
coconut tea, and ginseng tea are my favorite
How
so
much
far.
is it to buy? So like,
This is worth the trip to Bali in itself. As if things couldn't get any better, we now have a tray of 3 different kinds of chocolate. Orange, vanilla, and milk chocolate.
oh, I like.
That was like definitely one of the coolest things I've done in Asia. Like just a really, really fun experience, like to have this nice gourmet coffee and chocolate just be served to us. I highly recommend coming here if you do a tour in Bali. It's so cool. And all the coffees are actually free. So that whole taster kit was free. The only thing we had to pay for was the cup of cat poo coffee, which was like $5, and we split the cup. So super cheap.
It's like $25.
Yeah, if you get it back home, it can be as high as like $25 for a cup of that. So cool to say we've tried it. I actually did like the taste. I didn't love it, so I'm not going to be like, oh, I need that in my life. But it was cool to say I've had some cat poo coffee. So funny. We're just like walking out, and then Laura notices there's something laying here. It's a giant snake. Well, it's not that big. And then right behind us was this guy. I didn't even notice him. Just chilling. So we've just arrived at the rice terraces here, and they're kind of different from Sapa's rice terraces. They're a lot brighter. So these are the rice terraces, and unfortunately we don't really have time to go up there, so we're gonna come back maybe in 2 days or so, because we've got a few days in Ubud, but we want to check into our hotel because we had a 2 o'clock check-in and it's about 3:30 now. It'll take us about half an hour to get there, and it'll give us 2 hours left of sunlight to enjoy our little villa. It's actually so beautiful. Today's been an amazing day. Panca showed us all around Bali, giving us the inside tips how to travel Bali, showed us a ton of the culture, and just an all-around great day. So huge thank you to Bali and Bali Customized Tours. I'll leave the link below for getting in touch with Panca. Doing a little bit of off-roading to get here. We have just arrived at Sandat Glamping Tents. Yes, it's been awesome. Thank you so much.
If anything, just let me know.
We will. Today was an amazing day. Like, honestly, one of the best days we've had. And Bali's off to an amazing start. I really want to thank Panca for showing us around. He's an amazing tour guide. If you guys are looking for a tour guide to go around Bali, he's definitely your man. I'll leave his website and his phone number below. If you're ever coming to Bali, he customized everything for you. So if you want to see the coffee plantation, if you want to see the Balinese dances, if you just want to see temples, whatever you'd like, he'll set up a tour for you at a very reasonable rate, and he's just the best guy ever.